got 3 Tesla quests. I think we're good.
All right, here we go. Let's start this. So, guild meeting. As I've been discussing for the past like 20 minutes, attunement's huge. I'm just gonna start with that because that's like the main priority right now is making sure everyone's attuned. That is going to be showing up to raids on Thursday. MC attune, no brainer, super easy to do. The Oni attune requires quite a bit more focus and time. We're doing that right now. We're doing Test of Skulls. If for whatever reason you are not on Test of Skulls right now and you want to step earlier, you have to push that to Test of Skulls. You have to complete the attunement before Thursday. I will help in any way I can. That attune add-on is huge. If you don't have that installed, please install that. And that'll bring me to the required add-ons topic. I did post that in the important. I've reposted it again. If anyone has anything to add to that, that's fine. Let me know. Link me an add-on, and as far as I could tell, that'll get us through all of the raids, no problem. That's Attune. Missing raid buffs if you have any buffs to worry about. Makes it very easy to see who's missing what. RC loot council for our loot allocation. Decursive, obviously, if you can dispel anything. Please, mages. Please. You're not just a DPS class. We need you. There's only like one druid. We cannot rely on that guy to dispel everything. GTFO, again, we've discussed that. That'll really help. And then DBM, deadly boss mods, or if you prefer bigwigs, I guess, knock yourself out. That being said, besides that, farming rep. I wanted to ask real quick, I'm going to ask this in guild chat, if you plan to be Hydraxian Waterlord honored with the quest chain done, it's got to be up to the Molten Core trash mobs, which means you got to do the Ajara, not Ajara. You got to pick up the quest in Ajara. You got to do the quest in Silithus and Eastern Plaguelands. You have that done. You push it. You kill Amberseer. Turn that in. It says, "Hey, kill Molten Core Trash." If you plan to have that done and be honored, could you please put an X in guild chat? We'll just go with that. I'm gonna put my name in there as well. 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's well more than 7. That is fantastic. Okay. That is good. Because that is also scary. You show up the day and you're like, oh, I guess we're not doing rag. Don't want that. So very, very good to see that. I still want a little bit more, but that should be okay. That's good. So we'll be okay there. Thursday, we still don't know what time this raid's dropping. I've seemed to be the only person on the planet that cares, so that's weird. But we'll play it out. We'll play it by ear. I took off work the entire day Thursday, and I'm just going to be sitting here. We'll do what we can. We'll raid as soon as we possibly can. Consumables. We are not requiring... Let me preface this by saying I'm not going to be a... I don't want to use the word Nazi, but I'm gonna. I don't know. A hard ass. There you go. I don't want to be a consume hard ass when it comes to Molten Core. Please, for the first raid for Oni and MC, especially if we're doing Oni with like 20 people, please bring greater fire protection potions. Bring like 10. Bring 10. I know they're kind of pricey. Bring like 10 greater fire protection potions. And whatever consumables you can muster, please, just whatever. You are not required to have flasks for Molten Core in any way. Not for MC. That gives you guys plenty of time to build up a stock of consumes. I will be very lenient when it comes to consumes because, again, the whole goal of this game is to make it fun and longevity, right? We don't want to make it a nightmare. As far as consumes go, we do want to be reasonable with them. But we do understand that you need them at the start, right? Like to first get the clear in your raid, lock them down. Molten Core is a little bit different because it's a super rush. But when BWL comes, we will definitely say, well, where the hell's your flasks, right? You have plenty of time to prepare. We will make a thorough consumable list. I've just had no time to do like any sort of administrative stuff. There's an old consumable requirement list linked in important stuff in Discord. That might be a little overblown. The requirements might be a little high on that. So don't panic when you look at it. It's not updated. It will likely be dumbed down a large amount. But please, when BWL launches, don't have zero flash and no consumes. You have so much time to prepare. Like, there's been times when we're like, give me your screenshot of your consumable bank. Like kind of baby people. I don't mind doing that because it's almost kind of fun where you like get to show off everything you prepared. But you should ideally have a consumable bank or 2 characters that have. I'm sorry, I got distracted for a second. A consumable bank or 2 that are filled, that you can just share an image of it and be like, look at all this crazy shit I got, and you can almost challenge each other. It's almost fun to be like, well, look how much I got, you bitch, and that's always fun. But yeah, when BWL drops, please have a ton of consumes. Just use the time to prepare. And for the first like 2 BWLs, we'll say, hey, Flask, everyone, melee DPS, Flask of Titans, all that stuff for BWL, not for MC and Oni. For BWL, like first 2 clears, right? Then you got it on farm, you're good to go. We're gonna say, hey, don't worry about the flasks, keep bringing everything else for now, and then you dumb that down, and you dumb it down until it becomes like almost nothing for is required, and then AQ it pops back up, right? AQ 40, bring your flask again. That's kind of how it's gonna be. It's gonna be reasonable. It's not gonna be, you know, ridiculously hard-ass, unreasonable requirements. We're not gonna do that to you guys, and we want to get shit done, right? If we think it's required to get shit done, great. Or to make it simple and to avoid, yes, good topic. Avoid wipes and just make everything simple. Next topic, apparently they confirmed the raid time for 5 p.m. Eastern? Yes?
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Awesome, I didn't see it.
Where did you see this?
Thread someone linked to the Blizzard news post that was about, it said December 6th, like sod whatever, so we probably didn't look at it, but in there's a section about anniversary.
Huh. Okay.
And I put
5 p.m. Eastern, Thursday.
That section. And
all right, we'll be there. We'll be ready. I hope you guys can make that.
2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
All right. Well, we'll be there at 5. I will definitely be there. Cool. 5 p.m. Wait, what? No. Wait. You're saying 5 p.m.
2 p.m. Pacific.
Okay.
5 Eastern.
Well, 5 Eastern.
Posted the actual article if anyone wants to look at anything else there.
Thanks for the post.
Careful with that. They show up at 8 and we're already done.
Well, she did say
okay,
5 Pacific.
No. Okay, 5 Eastern. 5 Eastern. We all okay? That's great. We know. 5 Eastern. Okay. On the next topic, world buffs. World buffs for every raid. We want them booned. That means you need to start working on them now. Everyone should get War Chiefs. You got to go to Western Plaguelands, get that Chrono Boon, be ready, and when War Chiefs Blessings drop, boon that shit. We're going to go do Songflower buff together as a guild and in small groups, but you can go do it yourself. You can do it with a couple guildies, preferably have a mage with you who can drop a port. The way it works, for people who have not done it, you have the cleanse Songflower out in Fellwood. You all stand around there. You can do like a pull timer in like in DBM or something, or you can all dance and someone goes 3, 2, 1, go. Everyone clicks it and they get the Songflower. I do not unboon in Fellwood. If you're new to this PvP shit and you're new to the trolling, they will kill you and they will dispel your shit. They will watch stealth. They will use invisibility potions as a mage and palm pyro you. Like it happens. I know that sounds crazy. People made that like their life. That's all they do.
Yeah, some people live for that.
Yeah, they apparently made things
Dispellable,
not
but
magic.
Not dispellable. They will actually kill you. And
kill your ass.
10 guildies cannot stop them. Like they'll palm pyro you and blow you up. That people have done that. Anyway, yeah, happened to you before. Yeah, it happens. Ideally,
Are we timing a Ren buff so we can just use one Chrono Boon?
No. Ideally, you will have a mage portal down before anyone clicks Songflower. You'll have a mage portal down. You'll click Songflower. You take the mage port. Then you unboon in Org and then reboon and lock it. So you unboon your whatever you might have already, your War Chief's Blessing, and then you reboon and now you locked the War Chiefs and the Songflower. Okay, I know we haven't messed with boons in a little while, so people might need a little bit of a refresher there. So please have both ready to do that. Yeah, I would say have 5 boons walking into MC just in case, because we're also gonna boon before we walk into Molten Core. We're gonna boon Rallying Cry the Dragon Slayer, because we will have Oni dead, we'll turn in the head, and Rallying Cry, and we'll have 3 buffs ready for Rag. Please do not show up without those. Those are so fucking important. They're more important than any piece of gear you could possibly obtain. Please, if you need help, if you're like, what the fuck is he talking about? Please ask. It could be in private, that's fine. I will help you in any way I can. As for class leads, I'm about to link something and I'm probably gonna regret it. I haven't looked at this document in a while. In important stuff, I linked it. I removed something about the 2 characters required from our old thing, but I think this is a pretty clear class lead app we used to use. I think it looks good. I deleted all the old responses. Real quick, we're not going to start this test of skulls just yet. We're going to get there. Give me 1 sec. As for the next topic, I want to make sure I cover everything. The World Bus... real quick, we haven't had much of an issue with this. We really haven't, but I want to touch on this. Please do not be the guy who comes for like an Ubers or something, and we're like, hey, we're going to do a bunch of runs. They come, they get their Danny's butt plug of wrath, and they immediately leave. I didn't want to use a real loot name because that would tie it to actual players and classes. So you get the butt plug of wrath, you got what you needed, and then you immediately leave. Please don't do that to people. And then you like replace your slot with another player that is also going after the same piece, and now like no one, it just pushes it, rather than like saying, hey, we need 3 butt plugs, we got 1, now there's 2 left. You leave, and now, okay, the other person that just came also needs it, so now it's back to 3, Please help your guild members. Please don't do that. I understand, like, hey, if you gotta go, you gotta go, but don't... What I would do is say, hey, after this run, I gotta leave no matter what. If you happen to get your butt plug during that run, cool, that's fine. At least you let us know that you needed it. Don't tag them just yet. At least you let us know that you needed it and you had to go. That's cool, But if you don't lay that out and you leave right after getting it, it looks bad. I'm just saying, it's a shitty look. You might, if you're new to the guild, you might have noticed that our guild probably runs a little different than your previous guilds. We actually help each other. We're a guild that surprisingly helps each other. That's, for some reason, a rarity in the classic world. We want to help each other. We want to do runs that I don't necessarily need, but you do. All right, let's make it happen. You don't always run just what you need. You do what you, and then hopefully people scratch your back too, right? You help them out, they're gonna help you with your runs. That's not always the case, unfortunately. Some people, some people are greedy. I'm hoping that's not the case. But yes, if you're here in this Test of Skulls run, we have to get a hit. Healers, you have to hit them as well. Let's do this.
Just auto him. Don't actually like.
Yeah, don't blow him up. We'll kill him slow enough. There's not that many people. Okay, everyone got a hit. Cool. Go ahead and kill him. Molten Core. If you don't know Molten Core and Oni, please watch a video. If you haven't been in raids with me before, I do a lot of talking during raids. Bombs coming out, Baron bomb. I don't know, phobia, left wall. Like I'll probably do a lot of unnecessary talking. We need a port to Org, and we fly to Winter Spring. Please loot the head. Please loot the head. Please, please, please don't miss that. Loot that head. If you really need a refresher, please watch some videos and feel free to link them. If you have some cool strategy videos someone did, link the video, let people just refresh themselves. But yeah, I'll be talking a lot during it, like during the raid. I'll do a lot of call outs and stuff. It's never like silent. I might get a little annoying, but I don't know. It's always informative stuff. Hopefully it helps people.
But you should already know.
Yeah, you should have a base understanding of the fight. Right.
You shouldn't be just waiting for that.
We have plenty of time. Like if this was like SOD, I'd be like, don't watch it. We're flying to Winter Spring. Let's do it blind. Because that's fun. But come on, the game's 20 years old. We got to know the strats. Please do not blow up the raid with Baron Bomb. Goddamn, people will hate you. That being said, we're reasonable with mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. We learn, and we're not going to be like, there's no yelling in raid. We really don't do that. We don't scream and yell. We are understanding of mistakes. Shit happens. But yeah, you gotta have some sense in raids, please. Last topic, I think. Oh yeah, the class lead app, I covered that. Thursday rating, required add-ons. World buffs again. Please, 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 please get those world buffs. We gotta boon them tonight. In fact, right after this, I'd like to just take this whole raid, go to Felwood if you still need it. I need it. I'd like to just go get it. That would be very nice. In fact, could we maybe report back to Org and fly to Felwood right after this and get that and then go to the other side? If that's cool. There's a War Chief's blessing right there.
3 boons on me, that's enough, right?
Yeah. You only need 1 for what we're about to do. Forgot to go up there. Oh, damn. Well, we'll save you some time. Anyway, any Harley, Bucky, any topics before we just say we're good to go? It was just a quick recap of what we want to do, expectations. I want to keep this nice and sweet. Anything else?
Yes. How do I say it? The classes that get, weapon choices, whatever. If you're core trial or core, also if you're not, but definitely if you are core trial and you plan to, be in the raids and stuff, you have to lock in your weapon choices before raid starts. Because you're not gonna have, like, oh, nice dagger drops, and then this road goes daggers, and then the next raid sword drops, and he's like, oh, but now I'm swords.
Yep, we've had that before, where people try to flip flop for whatever drops, whatever the nicest thing is, that drops. That's what they are. Oh, I'm swords now. Like you can't do that. Like it's not right to other people. Like if you want to say I'm daggers, which by the way is the lesser of the two. By the way, I don't mind having. Yeah, it's fun. You've generally picked one up as a sword rogue for, Velastraws, but that's really it. But anyway, if we have a dagger rogue or two, that's cool.
Yeah, that is just an example. There's also, staff or one hand and offhand for, casters and stuff,
Harley, I don't think casters should choose between staff or main hand offhand.
I agree with that, but
with rank 14, will it matter much?
That's actually what I was gonna say. It won't matter as much, and it's not as damning as a sword versus dagger rogue. It really isn't. It's okay to be available for both.
The offhand is not in the raid, right?
Right.
The offhand they get themselves. So the main hand and the staff has the same function. There's no difference in spec.
It is a little bit different.
This is for loot allocation reasons, not for any kind of.
What I'm saying is staffs and main hands for casters, you can consider them the same, right? There's no need to distinguish them.
It's fine. Regardless, we'll talk about it.
The only thing with that is if people want to be like, I'll take the staff over the mage blade.
Yeah, so there's like a little bit of a
thing,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's kind of what we're talking about. This is almost specific to Molten Core. Where like the mage blade's better, we all know that. But someone can be like, hey, I'll take the staff of dominance, right? Staff of domination situation. Yeah. I'll take the staff of domination situation, and then when BWL comes out, maybe you throw me the Shadow Flame, I think. Yeah. Right? Maybe I'll get the Shadow Flame before someone with mage blade gets it. Like that's kind of what it is, but yeah, the whole caster one hand staff thing is a little bit of a gray area. It's not quite as clean cut as sword versus dagger. And then
14 weapons is kind of like.
Yes, I was just gonna say by BWL we may have rank 14 weapons. We don't know.
Question on that, like, so does that mean you're like not locked in or something to if you decide? Because I know there's nuances to it, but like for example, like Purd Core Hound is way better than the swords that are available for like rogues in the dungeon, and then like most people are like, oh, now I want CTF or something. And,
that's not happening. You're not getting Partition's Blade and then switching it to CT. Jesus Christ!
Wow. Was that the Husky?
Yeah, he's kicking my desk right now, trying to scratch himself.
A knock sound or something.
Okay,
You need to help him.
On that topic, Perdition's Blade, you're not getting a Perdition's Blade and then getting a CTS over a rogue who does not have Perdition's Blade once they go to BWL. If you want to say, hey, I'm going to switch off daggers to swords, and you kind of want to wait your turn, that's fine. You are definitely not going for Perditions to CTS before I'm going to use, okay, Mithril and Wasted are in my raid. Let's just say Wasted has Perditions and Myth has not Perditions, and he's a sword rogue and he wants CTS. It will likely go to Myth first, but likely. That's not cut and paste guarantee. let's just say I'm not gonna throw wasted under the bus here. Let's just say Bagungo doesn't show up to 2 raids in a row, and he just no calls, no shows on us. I mean, he's probably gonna get kicked anyway. Let's just say he doesn't show up, doesn't come up with world buffs, don't show up with consumes, and we're like, bro, we can't give this guy loot. He kind of sucks. Let's be real.
God save the Lord. Sorry. Yeah.
If that's the case, we might just give it to Wasted instead, you know, because Bagungo over here's got nothing, or you know, he's not really the greatest raider, and we can't rely on him, you know, that type of shit. That being said, yeah, that all matters. That's probably a question someone's gonna have. Loot allocation. Do you show up to raids? Do you have your consumes? Do you have your world buffs? Do you play like you got some sense? Like, all of it's gonna come into play. And I'll even say this. If you are willing to help people outside of raids, you're like, bro, I don't need anything, but I'm going to help this guy run for his SGC and his Hodge. I'm going to fucking help run Ubers nonstop to help the guild get the flask recipe. Yes, that all matters. That absolutely all matters when it comes to loot. I'm not going to lie and say, oh, you know, that means nothing. That being said, we're not going to let you use 3,000 gold and buy a bunch of stuff and donate to the guild, and now you're going to get loot. That's not going to work. Please do not do that. If you want to donate a little something here and there, that's cool. Like, there's stuff that the guild needs. You know, this is not a single player game. We all need to come together to get some stuff done. That's fine. That's huge. That's very helpful. Like, flask recipe you guys threw at us, that was huge. That was amazing. Really, 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 really helps. That type of stuff is great. But I'm not gonna say, oh, you're guaranteed to get this because you gave it to us. You know, it's not like that. Not so cut and dry. Killing this thing. But yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, and that's why Jesus Christ, loot council is very important. We gotta have a lot of opinions, a lot of eyes on how things run, and it's not all about parses. Someone said they have a day or two to decide on okay, day or two to decide on the swords, daggers, that type of thing. Caster's a little bit different, but yeah, we'll still discuss that.
A day or so to decide, and then we'll have something for you to fill out
Yeah,
before we even step into MC.
Your choices are likely gonna start your PvP journey too. So
yeah. Good call out. And guys, I know the stress is high when you only have a couple days left. Be good to each other, please, 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 please. We truly care about each other. We've been a guild for almost 20 years now, literally, and I love you guys. I want everyone to have a good fucking time. Stop busting each other's balls. Oh, well, continue to bust each other's balls. You know I do. You know I
save the hate for the alliance.
Yes. Be good to each other. Take each other off ignore if you have anyone to ignore. Apologize for any past fuck-ups. Let's be good together.
Literally the only thing that I was going to add to this, and I know you touched on it. Respectful of other people's time. That's all I can ask. Like, you wouldn't want people to dick you over, so don't do the same thing.
Yes.
It'll go a long way, especially for many years that we're going to be playing together. Like, the group of us, as was stated, we're going to be playing through this, through TBC, through Classic Plus. We get to know each other very intimately.
Ooh. See, in my head, intimately only means sexy stuff. That's all that word means to me. But yes, it's not like a big issue or anything. But there's been, you know, as with all guilds, there's always like a few, fuck this guy, you know, like, just please, for love of God, and if you give a shit about, I'll say me, if you respect the guild and me in any way, please try to make things work. It's very, very hard on me if you're like, bro, I'm not going in that dungeon with him. He's on my shit list. Please, make it work. I can't deal with all the little drama that tends to happen in guilds. We gotta cut that out for the longevity of the guild and for the fun of everyone. And we want you to have fun. We want everyone in the guild to have a good time. Like I said, this whole the goal is longevity. Make Oran'Thul long again. We're gonna be playing BC together. We're gonna be going into Classic Plus. We're gonna have a good time, and then of course Wrath, if they decide to do that, which I think they will eventually, we'll have a good time. But miss me with that panda shit. I will not get there with you. Cataclysm, if there really is nothing else to play, I will entertain the discussion. But I'm not a fan of Cataclysm. But I'm telling you, if it's Cataclysm or nothing, I'll take Cata. But I will not play a fucking Kung Fu Panda. I'm not doing that shit. Anyway, I'm gonna say that's the end of the meeting. If you have any questions, throw it at me. If I missed anything, you think, bro, you didn't talk about blah and that's important, throw it out. Please. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, consumes, get whatever you can. GFPPs and, Arcane Protection Potion. We have that recipe, right?
Yes. That's a good point. If you guys want shit crafted, start sending it to me now. Send it by mail. Please have the correct shit. Don't just send me random fucking herbs and say make me what you can. I will return it.
Vials
With a
as
note,
well,
right?
correct?
And the vials, please.
So you want
absolutely.
the vials, the mats, and a note saying what you want, how much, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes,
Gotcha.
and real
The
quick,
node is
two
really
things.
important.
Yeah, two things. You can't just craft flasks in org. You have to go run a Scholomance. You have to go into Scolo and craft them in there, and then BWL later. But you can't just give trade mats like 20 minutes before raid. Like, we gotta go into Scolo, so we can't do that right beforehand. Yeah, Bucky can pretty much make anything, pretty much. One
Not
last...
everybody's over here.
Wait, guys.
Don't kill him.
BPS,
People are going for the node.
Fuck you, Joe.
Okay.
We'll start
Hit it.
going for the
Everybody
rich
hit
party.
Okay, hit the boss. Make sure everyone gets tagged. Real quick. The worst thing you could probably do ever for your own shit is start bitching about loot. If you have any questions about loot and you want to be like, hey, why didn't I get that? That is fine. That is okay. But it also gets really shitty when it's every piece of loot that drops. You're like, why didn't I get it? Why didn't I get it? Why didn't I get it? That also has a diminishing returns, we'll call it.
Loot the head.
Loot the head.
Make sure you loot it.
What the fuck?
You guys doing?
Yeah.
You guys porting?
It takes
doing it, man.
Oh, if you guys took the port to Eastern Plaguelands, buy yourself a Chrono Boon. But we are going to Org and we're going to get Songflower. There's an alliance right behind us. He's cheering. Don't kill him. Don't kill him. Don't kill him.
This bitch knocked me off.
Don't kill him. Don't kill him.
My heart
gonna
is
be
orc, so I'm heading back.
He's cheering and shit. Oh,
I'm flying in the air. What the fuck is this?
oh God. Anyway,
You turned in the quest.
yeah, like
Mother.
loot bitching and moaning is a really nice way to get G kicked. We don't want to deal with that. But there are times when like you really want to know what could I have done to you know, bolster my chances of obtaining that specific piece. Why didn't I get it? That's okay. There's a right way to word that. There's a right way to talk about it, and I'm happy to talk about that stuff. But
Three-page
I
letters
think,
are not the answer.
yes, we have all. I'm going to Felwood, by the way. We have all seen the people screaming about loot in our time in WoW, right? And I will say this one more time: you will not find a more fair loot council guild on this planet. Let me reword that. I'm going to make it bigger. You will not find a guild that does loot better and more fair and more balanced, quote unquote, whatever you want to call it, than this guild. You will not. You will not find that. And I truly, truly, truly believe that. That is, it is, I hate loot. I fucking hate it because it's a source of drama. It's a source of stress. But it's important because I know people do care about it. Like whether they say they don't care about it or not. Some people care about it less than others, but everyone wants to get the nice shinies, right? But we do things right. We pay very close attention to stuff here, and we want to make sure the right person gets it. And it's not always cut and dry. It's not always, bro, I'm the highest DPS. Why didn't I get that? Yeah, that's great. To give the best player more loot, that's great. And it does, yeah, it does play a certain impact into loot, but it's not always the answer. Because there's sometimes it's like, bro, you're brand new. You don't come with your world buffs. Because, well, that's kind of contradictory. You're not the best player if you don't come with your world buffs. It's just not. It's not the case. But yeah, I don't know. You have an attitude problem and stuff, and it's like, bro, you're probably just gonna G quit in like a second anyway. So there's been times, and Phobia, I think, brought out the story in BC where we were like, oh, someone's brand new rep paladin, two-hand sword drops, and it was supposed to go to me for PvP related reasons, and I was like, fuck, I really don't want to take it. Let's just let the new rep paladin get it. We give him the sword, and he goes, because you took too long to decide, he G quits and takes the sword. And I was like, fuck these people, man. Like, yeah. And I did the dude a favor. I was like, hey, it's your first raid. You're not supposed to get loot. Like, it's on the application. You might not get loot for the first 2 weeks. That's just reality. Yeah, it was really shitty. And we've all seen shitty players. We've seen people, we helped someone get hand to rag, and he goes and sells his account as soon as he gets hand to rag. I hope you get hit by a car. I actually help you get hit by a car. I hope you get fucking crippled for life. You're a piece of shit. You're Absolute scumbag. You're one of the worst people on this planet. You're like, okay, I'm not gonna relate it with other stuff, but you're a piece of shit. If you help the guild, the guild helps you and say, bro, there was like 40 people celebrating his server first hand of rag. Here's the mats. We're gonna help you out, bro. We have some mats we can help you with, and then he sells his account the next day. Like, you literally use the guild to get money. You're a scumbag. You're a piece of shit. You're the worst of the worst on this planet. You should die. I have no sympathy for you at all. And it's not a game. It's literally not a game. It's people. We're talking about human beings. It's not a video game at that point. Yes, I know we're playing a game, but it's all about having respect for each other and not fucking each other over. And again, please don't feel like you have to like be super quiet about loot, but don't bring it up in raid chat. Don't bring it up in Discord. Please whisper me. You could whisper Harley. That's fine. We can go on our own channel and be like, okay, let's talk. And the reason why this guy got it over you is because I don't know. He shows up 100% of the raids. You missed the raid here, so it kind of hurt you a little bit. You don't have consumes. I noticed that. You know, that hurt you. Ooh. Weak aura, real quick, I want to share with you guys. This is set for my consumes, but if you take that weak aura and you go to the custom options, you type /WA, you go to the custom options, there is a whole list of consumes in there that you can check and uncheck. And when you go to your character screen, it will show you your consumes that you are carrying on you. That is so fucking nice. If you can just check the stuff that you bring the raids, when it's time for raid, you pull it up and say, oh, I don't have a Flask of Titans on me. I don't have my Elixir of Giants. I don't have my free action potions. Grab it out of your bank, mail it from your consume thing. There's no missing consumes. There's no losing it. Yo, share that weak aura in Twitch chat. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. I don't know how to do that outside of game. Yes. Don't whisper loot council while we're discussing loot, because that has had the opposite effect.
If you went to something like hand of rag when we're going to give it to that person, and they message every single loot council member on why they should get it.
That has the opposite effect, I promise you.
He doesn't get it.
Nick, you're being too nice though. Ultimately, loot in this game in Classic is not real. It doesn't exist. If you prioritize loot over your relationships with real people, then it's not gonna reflect good on you. Because think of it this way: the guild wants to know who do we want to play with in TBC and RAF in future MMOs, whether it's Arcade 2 or whether it's something completely unannounced. And if you're like arguing over like loot in Molten Core,
it's true. At the end of the day, no one's want to play with it's a good point to make, dude.
Say you don't need that loot and you're not going to take it, nobody's going to want to play with you.
Oh no, that's a shot at me. Oh no, I can't take the pressure.
Shot at headphones, actually. After I said it, though, I realized that was a little at you as well.
Yeah, I have a problem taking loot.
Multi-shot.
Yeah,
Is he back?
Oh. No, I love that. Anyway, guys, if you have to run, I understand. It's been a pleasure. If you have any questions, throw it at me. I'll end the recording now. I'm going to upload this for people that didn't get a chance to watch it, but I will not only see you guys. Oh, fuck. Last thing. Core rank, if you got demoted or some shit, people have only been demoted from core rank because of leveling stuff. I get it. You didn't practice leveling and you suck at it, so you didn't hit 55 in time. You don't have enough time. I'll word it like that. You didn't have enough time to level. I get it. That sucks. But it doesn't mean that you'll never be core again. If you're willing to stick it out, you hit 60, throw in an app, we'll get you on there. We'll get you on there, and we'll work on a second raid team on Fridays at some point as well. If you have any interest at all in playing a healer, that will really help get the Friday raid off the ground. If your healer is an alt, or maybe you swap your main to a healer, a priest, or a resto druid, maybe less resto druids, a priest or a resto shaman, that would be fantastic. That being said, if you're not 55 right now, you are definitely behind. You are very behind. It's not impossible. You could still get in the raid. If you're like 58 raid day, yeah, we might have a spot for you. We could probably still pull you in. So still work on those attunements. If you need help, I'll absolutely help you. This is obviously the core rank based off levels. Sucks. It's only for the first raid, obviously, because we're not leveling to 60 for phase 2 for BWL and AQ and stuff. That's not a concern. So it's okay if you're a little bit slow. You'll get there, and we'll get you on there. We'll get you on the core. If you want to stick it out with the guild and earn your core spot, great. That's fantastic. If you hate me for it, I'm sorry, but I cannot hold your core spot for like months or even weeks. Like that's just, it's not realistic. I gotta get people in these spots, and it's not full. The core spots are not full, and we will do like a full roster of who is holding a core trial spot, and we'll discuss that more. But don't panic if for whatever reason you are not core rank right now, and if you have not filled out the app, please do so. Damn it, it's not here. No sunflower.
This is like layer 1.
Different layer, yeah.
Oh, if you can find a corrupted one, I can cleanse it.
Damn it. I'm gonna go northeast.
Try to get to layer 1.
Try the southeast one.
There was a corrupted up by the base.
Oh, yes, you
I'm on layer 1.
You do not need to be core trial to get in raids or core rank to get in raids, especially Thursday. There will be spots, so whether you're core or not, please show up
There's a
Thursday.
cleanse one right here.
Ooh, where are you at?
I mean, I'm on layer 1.
I think we're layered.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm layer 5
Yeah, I
now.
can drop group and I'll start inviting people. Just put an X in guild chat.
Yeah, we're on layer 5 right now, Nick.
Oh, there you guys are.
There's none here. Okay.
All of you by Holly.
Dragon jet?
Drop your group, Nick. I'll invite you.
Okay, I'll drop it. We'll reform the Fellwood group. All right, I'll see what happens. It's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Everybody. Oh.
Yeah, no, everybody should drop.
Oh, I didn't know if we needed to.
There's a cleanse one on me.
Anyone.
Have y'all killed the dragon jet?
Okay, we're coming. No, we got 2 dragons down. We'll do another one tomorrow. Okay, we're inviting. So put an X if you're in Fellwood and you need an invite to get layered over here. We have talked about Dallas's, but yeah, I'm gonna just say this is the definitive end. If I remember anything that I didn't discuss, I will whatever. I'll do it at everyone or some crap. But it's been a pleasure talking with you guys. If you have any questions or anything of the sort, please let me know. Feel free to whisper me. Feel free to ask in Discord or just right now. That's cool too. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this recording. I'll upload it, and I'll see you guys on Thursday.